We're here in Washington, DC for Identity Week America 2024. I'm joined now by Richard Tsai, who's Head of Product Marketing, Global Fraud Solutions at Transunion. They're on the show floor today. It's really great to speak to you and catch up with you.
Yep, thanks for having me.
Could you give us an introduction to your company milestones with your solutions? How long have you been around for?
So Transunion's been around for quite a while. We were founded back in 1968. Most people probably recognize TransUnion as the credit bureau, but we've been in the fraud and identity space for quite a while now, and some people may not recognize that. TransUnion went public in 2015. But we've been really building a strong fraud and identity business, throughout the 2000s, and we've been building it organically and also through acquisition. And probably the most recent acquisition, I think, was about 3 years ago, and that was Neustar.
And where do you fit into the identity management space, particularly for the financial sector? And what are some of the recent use cases that you can provide detail on?
Yeah. So we're broader than just financial services. So one of the things I would say is that TransUnion's focus is really about helping businesses enable a safe and personalized consumer experiences. And it can do this because of its deep consumer insights, and it's used to help fight fraud. And so where it's got a TruValidate product line, it's focused on mitigating fraud across the entire consumer journey, starting from when consumers are signing up for a new product or service and across all the customer touch points when they're interacting with the product or service that they signed up for. Its products are aligned to providing deep insights for identity insights, digital insights, a whole bunch of authentication capabilities, and it's really designed to help fight fraud in two particular, use cases you would call it, for new account frauds and for account takeover.
So would you say you've got a holistic approach to kind of identity protection, looking at data, insights into the customer?
Absolutely. Everything is dependent on, the deep insights that we have.
Brilliant. How has your product lineup kind of shifted with the customer trends and the trends in fraud?
So, regarding recent trends, and I think TransUnion's products actually fit this really well. So some of the trends that we're actually hearing about are related to synthetic identities and AI deepfakes when they're signing up for new accounts, because that's become a very big problem where digital account signups can be over 13.5% of them can be fraudulent. That's what we've seen from research. So in terms of that particular trend, TransUnion's TruValidate product line has a number of really strong identity proofing capabilities, where we have the capabilities to be able to segregate out the difference between someone that is signing up for a new account where they are using a stolen identity, whether it's a synthetic identity, or whether it's their real identity, but they're looking to commit some type of first-party fraud or some type of an account abuse. And that's important for the businesses that we deal with, because you need to be able to separate out that high-risk population so that they can apply the right treatment. So, different than, those that are legitimate and good, to help them, really deliver a seamless experience so that they can increase their customer conversions. Another major trend that we're seeing, and I think everyone is aware of this, is you see it in the news all the time right now, which is impersonation scams. Now, impersonation scams, where fraudsters and criminal syndicates are really targeting, victims, which is leading to all different types of account takeovers. There's a lot in the TransUnion portfolio today that can help with that problem right now. I would say starting with the capability that we can identify when fraudsters are spoofing a business's legitimate phone number, such as, to target a victim, such as they're pretending to be the fraud department of, Bank ABC. We've got capabilities to help businesses, provide step-up authentication to, safely to their existing customers, by sending them one-time passcodes, where we know that one-time passcodes are highly vulnerable to adversary in the middle attacks, and we can determine that by ensuring the safety of their phone number by knowing that the consumer's phone number wasn't part of a port out attack or a SIM swap. We've got capabilities today from an authentication perspective to safely log in a returning customer, but also provide continuous authentication to ensure that there isn't some type of interception of their existing session. We also got really cool capabilities where if fraudsters are actually trying to call into a business's call center, that we can know if they're potentially trying to social engineer some of the insiders. So those are just some of the capabilities that we have, to kind of fight today's big problems relating impersonation scams, synthetic IDs, deepfakes.
Yeah, thank you. Are you partnered with anyone at the moment? Have you developed connections at the conference today which could lead to future partnerships? Potentially, hopefully. So we do have a lot of strategic partners already today at Transunion, but we're always looking to partner with the right folks. I would call out like two strategic partners for Transunion today. One would be Fiserv, and another one would be ACI Worldwide. With Fiserv, they're a major core systems banking provider for secure payments and secure lending. ACI Worldwide, they're a major global payments processor that has a really big footprint in the banking and e-commerce space, and so we're proud to be supplying them with the ability to mitigate fraud for their end consumers in their payments and transactions. Brilliant. It's been great to speak with you today.
Yeah.
See you again soon.
Oh, absolutely. Thanks.